The We Can't Spell Success Without You PowerPlan project presents
Back in the Kitchen.
Homemade Chicken Pie.
Welcome back to Back in the Kitchen. We've recently done casserole, chicken casserole. We've recently done dumplings. But what happens if we have some leftover chicken casserole? As I said in that video, you can share it out into different portions, freeze it, and you've got 4 or 5 ready meals of chicken casserole, which is great. But what else can we do with it? Well, we're going to take the dumpling idea one step further, make a pastry and make a pie. So without further ado, let's go on with it. So what we need is our leftover chicken casserole. We should have about 2 servings left, which is good. Self-raising flour 180 grams. Asda mashed potato about 111 grams. Now we're going for Asda mash or any other frozen style mashed potato, just because it seems a lot thicker in consistency. So if you actually have this as part of your meal, it can actually taste quite dry. But what we're going to do is use this to actually make the casserole a lot thicker in a low calorie way, and also makes the centre of the pie far more sturdier than what it would be if we just added it to a pastry. Also we need butter 31 grams, eggs 1, and water until it forms into a ball. So the first thing that we need to do is take our leftover casserole mix and I'm putting it into a pasta bowl here, so we've got a little bit of room to play with, just so we can thicken it up. Next is put the frozen mashed potato into the microwave for about 5 minutes. Just let it nicely cook and defrost in there. Once that's done, what we need to do is just simply mix the mash with the actual casserole. What this will do, just thicken it up, make it quite nice, give it a more stodgy consistency. If you feel that it's still a little bit runny, you could actually have some gravy granules in there. 18 grams of gravy granules is about 30 calories. Not really going to change much of the recipe, calorific wise or in nutrition. But just get a nice stodgy type consistency that you're happy with. That's going to firm up once the pie is ready. Next, what we need is the self-raising flour. The only thing what you need to do is just put a ball on the scales, just spoon it in one at a time, keep going until you go about 180 grams. We're actually going to need an egg. Now when I did this at home, I actually used 2 eggs, and it does become a little bit of a mistake when you're doing the pastry. It does make it a little bit more difficult to handle. So in the video it's showing 2 eggs, but I'd actually recommend just the 1. We use butter, and what we're going to do with all of this is put it into the food mixer. Now we need the blade, yes, the blade that you normally find chopped with. And the reason why we're going to use the food mixer is because I speak to so many people who simply say, I can't make pastry. Well, doing it this way, the food mixer is just going to make it. Very similar to the dumpling video that was on the channel a few weeks back. It's a no excuse recipe. So what we need to do is put the flour, the butter, the egg, or in this case the eggs, into the food mixer, and then just simply blast it on 1. Now you can actually put it on 2 if you want to, but 1 is sufficient enough. Let it go for about 30 seconds and then slowly add the water. And what we're looking for is that it's going to eventually start forming into a ball. Once again, if it sounds like your food mixer is starting to struggle, put it on 2, the upper power. But keep it going and keep it going until it actually forms the ball, just by gently adding water. Give it about 10 seconds, bit more water, another 10 seconds. And then when you can see it starting to form a ball, just leave it, just let it run. And we end up with a nice little bit of pastry. So with the pastry, just use a little bit of extra flour and roll it out. Now if you split it into 2, you've got something for the bottom and then you've got the top. Generally you make the bottom half a little bit bigger and just give it a roll. Now as I said before, this is using 2 eggs, so the pastry can stick a little bit. We don't want to use too much flour because of the calorific values of it. However, if we persevere through with this, then we do get the base of the pie. A few squirts of a 1 cal oil, so this is about 5 calories in total, or nothing. Put that onto the dish and then just put the pastry in shape it to the pie dish itself. Don't worry if you get any holes in it, just patch the holes up with the excess pastry. At the end of the day, this is the bottom of the pie. No one's actually ever going to see the bottom of the pie. And if I invited dinner guests round and they started to lift the pie and look underneath, I don't think I'll be inviting them again. Once that's done, what we need to do is just roll out the other ball. This is going to be the top, it's going to be smaller, and we just generally need to get it the size of the dish that we're using. Once this is ready, the only thing what we need to do now is put the filling inside the pie, then put the top on, quite literally, press it down, whiz around the dish, just trimming off the excess pastry. If you want to, you can put a couple of holes in for venting holes, and also you could give it a couple of extra squirts, maybe 2 or 3, so that'll be about 10 calories using the fats, that's all. Once we've done that, what we need is the gas set to gas mark 6. We'll put it into the oven, and this is going to stay in here for about 30 minutes. It's really easy to tell if it's finished. One thing what you need to do is just look to see if it's golden brown. Once it's golden brown, take it out, or wait around 30 minutes. Once ready, put it on the countertop, let it cool down. Obviously, if you try and cut into this straight away, it's going to misbehave, it's going to be hot, it's going to look a bit dodgy. So like with all pies, ideally, let them go cold and reheat them. If you need it straight away, then just let it cool down. But just look at that pie, it absolutely looks gorgeous and really, really nice, considering this is just simply leftover casserole, or in this case, leftover chicken casserole, as we've done in a previous video. So looking at the nutrition, we have used leftover casserole, self-raising flour, as the mashed potato, the frozen type, butter, eggs and water. Now I'm only taking in 1 egg, like I say, because it will be a lot easier, especially if you ate pastry. So if you look at the calories, it comes to 1,360 calories, saturated fat of 20, and carbohydrates of 182. Yes, this is one of the reasons why it's difficult to lose weight when you live in Wigan. It's full of carbs, and especially if you eat one of these in the danger zone, if you bought the book, or if you're eating it late at night before bed, then that is going to easily turn into fats, which then turns into weight gain, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Unless you do want to gain weight, then it's ideal. Cost to make the dish is £2.36. However, it will serve 4 people. That makes it per serving 340 calories, which is a lot less than your pies that you generally buy at the shops, or the processed version, or your Greg's version. It easily undercuts, the lower calorie pie by about 50 calories. Saturated fat is 5.2, so actually eating 1 portion of this is not bad if you're worried about heart issues or cholesterol. But your carbohydrates are around 45.57. And it actually costs 59p per serving. So if you're diabetic, it's probably not the best dish to have. It's not the healthiest, but it's a great treat. And what you find, because you've got the homemade pastry, it's going to fill you up for a lot longer than what you'll get on a processed pie. And equally, we're saving a lot of money. We're saving on calories, we're saving on sat fat, and to a big degree we're saving on carbohydrates just by using that leftover chicken casserole just from the other day. Even if you actually got leftover casseroles and you froze them as ready-made meals and you don't fancy it, you can always use this type of recipe to transform it into your favourite pie. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you would like to. Also, we've got the website where you can find it by Google searching Nadiet.info, and there's lots of information there about the book. There's lots of information about other recipes that are designed to be low in calories and easy to make. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
If you have enjoyed this video, then please provide your support by liking this video and subscribing to this YouTube channel. If you are watching on Facebook, then please like and share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thank you for viewing.